Have you ever felt it? That quiet ache within you? Not a sharp hunger, but a soft, persistent echo. A longing that settles deep, beyond the surface of skin and form. Perhaps you've tried to name it, this feeling. You might have thought it was a simple missing of touch, of presence. But then, there's that deeper current, a recognition that it's something more, something almost invisible. When you remember her, what truly rises to meet you from the well of memory? Is it just the curve of a hip? The line of a shoulder? Or is it something else entirely? Close your eyes for a moment. Feel that space around you. That quiet, breathing space. Do you recall how a certain woman could fill a room not just with her body, but with her very essence? Her unique rhythm, her particular light, a subtle hum that permeated the air, changing the very texture of silence. That, my friend, is her energy, her inner melody. We often speak of passion, of desire, as purely physical, as a calling of the flesh. And yes, the body has its wisdom, its beautiful language. But desire is also the language through which the soul speaks. And sometimes, its whisper is for something far more profound. Have you noticed how, over time, the nature of longing itself can shift? It doesn't necessarily fade, no, but it transforms. It deepens. It moves from the urgent external pull to a more profound internal resonance. It's when you miss the way she felt to be around. Not just her hands in yours, but the way her presence made your spirit feel. The way she brought a certain vibrancy to your days, a particular hue to your world. That feeling of life she brought simply by existing near you. Between a man and a woman flows not just passion, but life itself. A current that intertwines, creating a shared field of sensation, of knowing. And when that current recedes or changes, the void it leaves is not just physical. It's a missing of that life force, that creative pulse. Perhaps you find yourself not aching for a physical embrace, but for the quiet understanding in her eyes, the way her laugh could lighten the heaviest burden, the subtle strength she projected, which somehow bolstered your own. This isn't about the absence of a body. It's about the absence of a frequency, a particular vibration that once harmonized with your own. A man doesn't lose power when he ages. He loses it when he stops looking with wonder. And a woman doesn't lose her allure. She loses it when she stops feeling her own deep torrent. The longing for her energy, it's a sacred yearning. It's the soul recognizing a missing piece of its own symphony. It's a call not for what was, but for what is still possible within you. A reconnection to that wellspring of vitality. Remember, attraction is not sin. It's the universe remembering itself. And this deeper longing, it's the universe inviting you to remember the fullness of connection beyond form.
To remember the life current that flows through all things, waiting for your awareness. Love. Feel. Breathe. The energy within you has never died. It's been waiting for you to awaken. We've spoken of the living current, the deep, resonant hum that flows between two souls and within each of us. But sometimes it seems to quiet, doesn't it? Like a river that once surged, now flows gently, or perhaps for a time disappears beneath the earth. You feel it, don't you? That subtle shift, that longing for something you once knew, a warmth that now feels distant. It's not a sudden loss, no. Life rarely works in such abrupt ways. More often, it's a gradual obscuring, a quiet accumulation of shadows that settle upon the current, dimming its light. Where does this vital energy go? It doesn't vanish. It simply diverts, or it encounters blocks. Imagine a riverbed, once clear, now filled with stones, fallen branches, the debris of seasons gone by. The water is still there beneath the surface, but its free flow is impeded. So it is with us. The blocks are often invisible to the hurried eye, but deeply felt by the soul. They are the fears we carry, unspoken and sometimes unacknowledged. The fear of being truly seen, truly known. The fear of vulnerability, of opening ourselves completely, only to find, what? Rejection? Disappointment? Or perhaps the fear of our own intensity, our own capacity for joy and connection. Shame, too, can be a profound barrier. It's a quiet poison, whispering that some part of us is unworthy, impure, or fundamentally flawed. Shame often arises from the echoes of childhood, from societal whispers that tell us what is right or wrong about our desires, about our bodies. It tells us to hide, to shrink, to deny the very impulse that connects us to life. And when we carry this burden, this silent judgment, the current of energy finds it difficult to flow freely.
And here is a profound truth we often miss. We frequently confuse the absence of superficial excitement, of a quick spark or immediate physical arousal, with the complete disappearance of our core sexual energy. But this energy, this life force, is far deeper than mere sensation. It doesn't vanish. It simply hides. It retreats from the noise, from the pressure, from the expectation. It withdraws behind the walls we've unknowingly built, behind the layers of fear and shame and weariness. It's still there, waiting, but its path is blocked. This is why, when energy is blocked, we don't lose merely sex. We lose vitality. We lose that innate vibrancy, that creative impulse, that deep wellspring of joy and inspiration that flows from our very core. It's not just about what happens in the bedroom. It's about the vibrancy of your entire being, the richness of your daily experience, the spark in your eyes. Think of it. When that current is stifled, our capacity for joy lessens, our creativity feels stagnant, our ability to truly feel the world, to be present in its beauty, diminishes. We might find ourselves more irritable, more withdrawn, less connected not just to a partner, but to life itself. The body, in its profound wisdom, remembers. It holds these stories, these blocks, the tension in the shoulders, the tightness in the chest, the shallow breath. These are not random occurrences. They are often the physical manifestations of that energetic congestion. Your body is speaking, always. It's telling you where the current is struggling to flow. So when you feel that distance, that quiet emptiness, ask yourself not what you have lost, but what might be obscuring the path. What fears are you holding? What unspoken words are weighing you down? What burdens of the world have settled upon your spirit? It is not a judgment. It is an invitation.
an invitation to observe gently, without harshness, to simply notice where the flow feels restricted. For in that quiet observation lies the first step toward clearing the path, toward rediscovering the profound, life-giving current that never truly left you. It's simply been waiting for your gentle attention. We often speak of sexual energy, a phrase that for many conjures images of raw, physical desire. But what if I told you that this is only the shallowest ripple on a vast and ancient ocean? What if this energy, this very current that animates us, is far more profound, far more encompassing than mere longing for physical touch? Close your eyes for a moment and just breathe. Feel the air moving in and out. This simple act, this rhythm of life, it is the very first manifestation of that energy. It is the pulse of creation within you. For too long, we have confined this magnificent force to the bedroom, or worse, to the shadows of shame. We have reduced it to a biological function, a primal urge. But the truth, the deeper truth, is that this energy is the fundamental current of life itself. It is the creative impulse that drives the universe, that stirs the artist's hand, the healer's touch, the builder's vision. It is the quiet hum beneath all existence. Think of it. When a woman breathes deeply, when her chest rises and falls with the full embrace of the moment, life breathes with her. Her entire being resonates with this vibrant, flowing energy.
It is in her laughter, a cascade of pure joy. It is in the gentle curve of her hand as she tends to a plant, or the fierce protection in her eyes for her loved ones. This is not just emotion, it is energy, alive and radiating.
For the wellspring of this vitality, this sacred force, lies not outside of us, but deep within. Imagine, if you will, a quiet space inside you, untouched by time or expectation. This is where we begin. Breathe. Just breathe. Allow your breath to deepen, to lengthen, to fill every corner of your being. Feel it as an anchor, drawing you into the present moment. This is not just air, it is life itself, entering, expanding, nourishing. When a woman breathes deeply, life breathes with her. And when a man allows his breath to carry him, he reconnects to his primal rhythm. Our bodies, they are not merely vessels for desire, but temples of the soul. They hold memory, wisdom, and the blueprint of our purest joy. For too long, perhaps, we have viewed them as objects or instruments. But what if we simply allowed ourselves to feel them with reverence? To listen to the subtle hum, the quiet pulse, the intricate dance of energy within. This journey asks for courage, the courage to truly feel again, to permit yourself to be exquisitely alive, without judgment, without agenda, to notice what awakens that vital current within you, not as a quest for sensation, but as an honest communion with your deepest self. Perhaps it's the warmth of the sun on your skin, or the sound of a loved one's voice, or simply the quiet miracle of your own heartbeat. Desire is not the body calling, it's the soul singing. It's the universe remembering itself through you. And when we honor this profound connection, when we tend to this inner well of sensitivity, we discover that the energy we thought was lost has merely been waiting for our attention, waiting for our permission to flow once more, not just between two people, but through every fiber of our being. Love, feel, breathe. The energy within you has never died. It's been waiting for you to awaken. We have journeyed together, haven't we? Through the quiet corridors of memory and the often unspoken spaces within our own hearts. Perhaps you felt a stirring, a gentle tremor, recognizing something you'd long forgotten, or perhaps simply something you had learned to ignore. This journey is not about finding something new, but about remembering, about peeling back the layers of expectation and noise that have settled over your truest self. Remember, we spoke of missing an energy, not merely a body. This distinction, subtle as it may seem, holds the key to profound liberation. For the energy you seek, the warmth, the vibrant current that once flowed so freely, it was never truly outside of you. It was never truly dependent on another, though another may have beautifully reflected it back to you, like a mirror showing you the sun. It resides within, always has. A quiet flame, perhaps dimmed by the dust of daily life, by the anxieties we carry, by the stories we tell ourselves about what we've lost or what we lack. It is not a flame that can be extinguished, only temporarily veiled. Can you feel its subtle glow even now, deep within your core? But it has not vanished. How could it? This is the very essence of life itself. The pulse in your veins, the breath in your lungs, the quiet whisper of intuition that guides you, even when you choose not to listen. It is the force that heals a cut, that mends a broken bone.
It is the silent, tireless worker of your very being. Think of it. When a woman breathes deeply, life breathes with her. This isn't a metaphor for mere survival. It is an acknowledgement of the vast, intricate web of energy that animates her, that makes her radiant, receptive, alive. Her very presence, when fully embodied, is a testament to this sacred flow. And when a man allows himself to truly see her, to feel that resonance without fear or expectation, to meet her, not just with his eyes, but with his soul. Between them flows not just passion, but life itself, a current that renews, that inspires, that elevates. It is the universe remembering itself in miniature, in the dance of two souls. Sometimes we become afraid of this power, afraid of its intensity, afraid of what it might ask of us, or perhaps simply afraid of feeling so deeply again after years of guarding our hearts. We build walls, often unknowingly, walls of distraction, walls of obligation, walls of self-doubt. We intellectualize, we compartmentalize. We tell ourselves that certain feelings belong only to youth, or to a different time, a different person. We convince ourselves that the wellspring has run dry. But this energy, it knows no age. It knows no boundaries of time. A man doesn't lose power when he ages. He loses it when he stops looking with wonder, when he stops allowing himself to be moved, to be touched, not just physically, but at the very core of his being, when he closes his eyes to the endless marvel of existence. And a woman's power, her deep, fertile wisdom, it only deepens with time if she allows herself to fully inhabit it, to trust its inherent rhythm, to honor the sacred mystery of her own unfolding. Her sensuality matures, becomes richer, infused with wisdom and grace. When energy is blocked, yes, we don't lose sex in the narrowest sense. We lose vitality. We lose that spark of creativity, that joyful impulse, that deep connection to our own aliveness. We become less ourselves, less whole. The colors of life seem to dull, the music fainter.
we feel a subtle emptiness, a quiet longing for something we can't quite name. Desire, then, is not the body calling. It is the soul singing, a lament for its forgotten wholeness, a plea to reconnect. But the good news, my friend, is that this blockage is not permanent. It is merely a pause, a moment for reflection, an invitation, an opportunity to turn inward, to listen more closely than before. The awakening is not about forcing anything. It's about softening, about breathing into those places within you that feel tight or cold or numb. It's about allowing yourself to simply feel without judgment, without needing to name or explain, without rushing to fix or change, just to be with what is, to gently coax open the petals of your inner landscape. This energy, this life current, it seeks not to be controlled, but to flow, like a river finding its path around obstacles. It will find its way through you if you simply allow it. And as it flows, it cleanses, it heals, it restores. It reminds you of your inherent beauty, your inherent power. Attraction, when understood deeply, is not sin. It's the universe remembering itself.
A recognition of the sacred current that flows through all things, all beings. A whisper from the cosmos, echoing within your own heart, confirming your undeniable connection to everything. As you sit here or lie in the quiet of your space, allow your breath to deepen. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Feel the subtle warmth in your hands, in your feet, in the very center of your being. This is you. This is the quiet hum of your own exquisite energy. It has been patiently waiting for your attention, waiting for your acceptance, waiting for you to remember its quiet, constant presence. There is no need to chase it, no need to seek it externally. The greatest intimacy you can cultivate is with yourself, with this inner current, with the wisdom of your own body, your own heart. This is where true healing begins. This is where inspiration is born. This is where the wellspring of joy resides.
A recognition grid current that flows through all things, all beings. A whisper from the cosmos, echoing within your own heart, confirming your undeniable connection to everything.